On the last episode of Income Inequality, we talked about our opinions on athletes and celebrities and how we think they made too much money. On today's episode, though, we're talking about cold, hard facts. I'm going to give you some cold, hard facts on the top 1% of wealthy people in the United States. First of all, the top 1% earns 40% of the nation's wealth. That's 40% of the nation's wealth. Now, what happened to the bottom 80%? Well, they make only 7% of the nation's wealth. Mind-boggling, right? Also, another fact is the top 1% takes home 24% of the nation's income. How do you feel about that?
Another crazy fact is that the top 1% of Americans have only 5% of the nation's personal debt, leaving the bottom 90% with 73% of the total debt.
Now we're going to compare celebrities that we think make too much money to everyday individuals that we deem important to society's role of safety and education.
For example, Cameron Diaz makes $50 million, and you compare her to a regular elementary school teacher who only makes $40,000. Now that's kind of mind-blowing, not in a necessarily good way. Teachers are incredibly important, obviously, to society, and Cameron Diaz is just an actress. So how can she get by with making so much money compared to teachers? Also, we have Beyonce, who makes $80 million. Compare her to an auto mechanic who makes $40,000, just like the teacher. And we just have Beyonce, like performing and, shaking her booty and stuff on stage. And then you have someone who's constantly working on cars and making sure that they're safe and, they run well. And it's just, ridiculous.
In addition, we have an athlete like Alex Rodriguez, who, mind you, is a great baseball player. He hits home runs, he does amazing things on the diamond. But he gets home $30 million a year. And we're going to compare him to a typical average police officer who only brings home around $48,000 a year. Now you're telling me someone who puts their life on the line every day for us to have a safe society, for us to walk around the street without being harassed, without being threatened, makes less money than someone who only entertains us, is doing something he loves, hitting home runs, it gets paid more than a police officer? Think about that one. We also have Simon Cowell. Now we all love his sarcastic remarks on American Idol formerly and now on the X Factor, but he takes home a whopping $72 million. We're going to compare him to a registered nurse who takes home on average about $52,000. Now you're telling me an entertainer, a producer by Simon Cowell, who entertains us with his sarcastic remarks, makes more than someone who actually helps us to continue to live, makes us healthier, and does more things for us as a society than just entertain us? Now think about all these people we just compared to, regular people who make our society safe and who educate our society. Do you think these people deserve to get paid more than those people?
Now let me ask you something. Are these celebrities worth it? Do we really value them more than we value, say, our teachers and our nurses and our police officers? This is Income Inequality.
And it sucks.